Had another rough conversation with the voices in your head. They said that love has shut the door on you, and you'd be better off instead. Girl, don't you listen? Your time is gonna come. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. Yeah. So when you gonna let somebody in? It's a classic situation where you don't know how.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday afternoon, broadcasting from the B-Level Entertainment Studios. I'm your host, B-Level, and this afternoon we are doing Straight Talk No Chaser, where it is story time. I always talk about Friday at 12 noon. It's a story time. It's B-Level talking about sensitive things that matter. It's my story time. It's my way to connect with my audience. It's short. It's not a full episode. I come on at the end of the week just to give you a brief summary of what I'm talking about. And it's a way for me to just connect with my viewers. Now, I want to ask you guys, please, if you're just not coming on, please share my live. I'm not going to be before you long today, as the Baptist pastor always say. I'm not going to be before you long this afternoon, but I need everybody that's on this live to share, and then put share it in the comment, okay? Please put share it in the comment. Now, this live, this episode that I'm doing is actually not live. It's recorded, okay? My Friday afternoons, I do have a full-time job, so this is a pre-recorded, but I want you to please share, like, and comment. And I promise I will come back and I will comment on everything. Every comment, I will respond to each one of them, even though this is not live. I'm actually doing this maybe 15, 20 minutes before you guys are seeing it. So I need you guys to please share, okay? What I want to talk to you about is tonight, we have a dope Queens Talks episode. Now, I know you guys, let me put my face up here. I know you guys are saying what happened to Mel. Mel Harris actually is feeling very under weather today, so she is not going to be with us. But do not worry. I'll replace her with somebody just as dope as Mel, Yvette Holloway. She is the owner of the Shampoo Bar. She is taking Mel's place. So I promise you, Mel left her in some good hands with Yvette. Tonight, we're going to talk to Yvette Holloway. We're going to talk to Shanika Jackson, and we're going to talk to Zanetta Wilburn. And these three professional, knowledgeable entrepreneurs are going to share a lot of information from a female perspective. Now, if you guys remember, we did King's Talks about 2 weeks ago. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be some in-depth conversation with these three ladies about motherhood, entrepreneurship, legacy. They are going to dive into a lot of things. I really admire a woman that can be on her GOAT status, be on her GOAT stuff. So tonight at 7:30, please make sure that you lock in at 7:30. Set your reminders on your phone to let you know that we're going to start this broadcast, this episode called Queens Talk tonight at 7:30. So make sure you tell a friend that they need to be in front of their phones, in front of their, however you watch the episode tonight at 7:30, because we're going to have Queens Talk. Now, today, what we're going to talk about, I thought was very important. It's near and dear to my heart. It's actual mental illness and mental health. For those of you guys remember, just June, I lost my niece to suicide. And we're going to do, UTB has to be responsible in everything that we do. And I like to say that we are the voice of the people. And so we're going to talk just briefly today because something happened and with one of the Dallas Cowboys player where he actually took his own life. And I don't think that we talk about mental illness, mental health enough. there are people out there that are suffering. There are people that look really great on the outside and look like they have it together on the outside, but they really don't. They're struggling on the inside. And I don't think that we do a really good job checking on our loved ones, checking on our companionships, our children, our friends, our families. I don't think that we check on each other enough. So today's Straight Talk No Chaser is dealing with mental illness, and to inform you that we're going to do a whole episode on it. Okay. We're going to give it a whole, today I'm only talking 10, 20 minutes. And I'm just letting you know that UTB is going to do a full episode on mental illness. But I do want to report, I want to go and I want to play this 30-second video about the kid, Marshawn Kneeland, that actually just committed suicide this week, that played for the Dallas Cowboys. And then we'll come back and we'll talk some more. Here it is.
Texas officials say a defensive player for the Dallas Cowboys, 24-year-old Marshawn Kneeland, was found dead today of an apparent suicide. Police in the Dallas suburb of Frisco say Kneeland crashed his vehicle following a chase and then fled the scene on foot. He was later found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Cowboys drafted Kneeland last year out of Western Michigan, and he played in Monday night's loss to the Arizona Cardinals. In a statement, the Cowboys organization called Kneeland a beloved.
Now, you know, it's crazy because this young man who was 24-year-old, he has not lived a third of his life. What I'm hearing happened is he was somehow followed by police. They tried to stop him. He fled the scene. And apparently he got out of the vision of the troopers. And they couldn't find him. They lost vision. They lost sight of him. They kept searching for him, and they crashed his vehicle, and he got out on foot and started to run. But they later found his body with a gunshot wound, with the self-inflicted wound. So what was going on with this young man? He was had gotten to the NFL. He was young. He had just played in a football game where he had scored a touchdown. He recovered a touchdown. And so on the outside, we're thinking that this young man is in the best days of his life. He appeared to look fine. He appeared to act fine. But this young man was probably making more money than he's ever made in his life. Probably was at the height of his career. Young man, it's always athlete's dream to make it to pro. So he had made it to the NFL. And here he is taking his life. Another situation with my niece, Jade Love, who was also suffering, was dealing with a diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenic, and she took her own life. So let me just tell you guys, suicide is real. People are out here struggling. And we have to do a better job of checking, slowing down, checking the temperature of our children, checking the temperature of our mates, checking the temperatures of our family, checking the temperature of our friends, because we never know what they're going through. We never know. We didn't know that the day my niece passed, that would be the last day that we see her. She was getting help. She was on medication. Her parents did everything they possibly could to keep their finger on the pulse. And we didn't know that she was going to wake up that day on I think it was June 1st or June 2nd, one of those days. and wanted to end her life. So my conversation on Straight Talk No Chaser today is we are going to do a full episode on the UTB about suicide prevention, mental illness, because I don't think that we talk enough about those things. We talk about a lot of things. The world concentrate on a lot of things, but I don't think that we give enough awareness to mental illness, suicide prevention. We don't cover those things enough. And as a platform, we owe it to our people to give that some attention. It's cool to have a lot of streams with all of the other things that we talk about. But people out here are sick. People out here are struggling. And sometimes all it takes is for someone to ask some questions. How are you doing? I consistently do mental checks on my people that are around me, because you never know where their mind is. And sometimes we have internal struggles that we're dealing with, or internal beefs and situations that we plan out in our head. And sometimes we feel, we as a people, and I'm not saying me, but we as a people feel like we have no answer to it. We have nowhere to turn. We have nobody pulling for us. We have nobody making sure that we're okay. And so I'm going to suggest that everybody today and going forward, that we try to check on our loved one's mental state simply by slowing down, asking the question, are you okay today? How are you? What's going on with you? What's happening with you? Let's talk about you. We get so bogged down with saying me, talking about what I've done, what I've accomplished. Here's what happened to me today. But oftentimes we don't stop and ask the simple question of, how are you doing? So, as I said, I was not going to stay on here very long today. But UTB is going to do a whole episode on suicide prevention, mental illness. And if you want to be a part of this conversation, if you want to be a part of this episode, inbox me. I'm going to try to get some professionals to come on and that are smarter than I am to help us with the people that may be struggling with mental illness. I don't know when I'm going to get it done, but I will expeditiously move to get it done. Because oftentimes we lose people. And oftentimes some of these suicides that happen can be prevented if we just slow down and we ask the question is, how are you? How can I help you today? How are you doing? How was your day? How was your night? Did you rest well last night? Don't be too caught up in ourselves in order to check on our neighbors, our friends, our families, our kinfolks. So again, UTB is going to do a full episode. It's coming. The holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up. That's when people are really getting down, when they don't have loved ones to spend the holidays with, or they've lost the matriarchs of their family. That's when suicidal and mental illness is the toughest, is during the holidays when you normally have your family. I've lost my mom and my dad. So the holidays is when people are struggling with mental illness and struggling with depression. And so we're going to do an episode. And if you want to be involved, if you have a family member that you've lost through suicide or depression or mental illness, inbox me. I would like to hear from you. Inbox Brian Stewart's Facebook page. Inbox UTB Podcast Facebook page. Or send an email to utbpodcastlr@gmail.com. If you're viewing this on YouTube, send an email to utbpodcastlr@gmail.com. Again, utbpodcastlr@gmail.com. I want to hear from you. I will say, if you're struggling and you think that nobody's listening, here is the suicide number. You can call from any cell phone, 988. You can text from any cell phone, 988. And you can chat from your cell phone. If you need a website to go to arcrisis.org. And that's for the Arkansas version. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you could also get in contact with the Arkansas branch. And if you don't live in Arkansas, someone can get you help. That number works anywhere across the world. But if you're in Arkansas, go to arcrisis.org. Again, arcrisis.org. I'm going to say that anyone that has been through losing someone from mental illness, suicide, I am praying for you. Praying for you and praying for your family. And I'm also saying a special prayer for all of the people who are struggling with mental illness. Again, UTB is going to do our part and do a full episode on it. If you've lost someone through mental illness, if you've lost someone from suicide, inbox me. I would like to hear from you. Okay. Before I finish, I do want to, again, I want to put this number up here. I don't want to rush through this. You can call 988 from any cell phone. You can text 988. And then you can go to this website, arcrisis.org. Don't forget tonight, I will be having Queen's Talk, 7:30 tonight. I'll be talking to Zanetta Williams, Shanika Jackson, and Yvette Holloway. Don't forget to check on your loved ones. Simply ask the question of how you're doing. Until next time, until tonight at 7:30. See you same bad time, same bad channel. See you tonight.
Had another rough conversation with the voices in your head.